Everyone, it's Yua here, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys my first impressions and try on the new Colourpop Sol&MAR eyeshadow palettes. If you guys would like to see my first impressions and try on, then please keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. Hi everyone, so today we have the Colourpop two eyeshadow palettes, the MAR and the Sol palettes, and I'm so excited to be showing them with you guys today because I just received it in the mail. They both retail for $12 each. And what I really like about these palettes are the theme. So this is the MAR palette theme, and obviously by the writing, if you guys cannot tell, the print, it is this like teal blue, aqua blue themed, and so pretty. And I really like the packaging because it's very different from previous palettes, whereas it was like more of a cardboard. This is more of a good sturdy plastic, and it's easier to wipe off. It doesn't look like it's gonna stain as bad. And when you open it up, here are the shadows. So there are 9 different colored eyeshadows. There are some mattes and shimmers, and what I like most about this palette is, look at that mirror, guys. There's an actual full-size mirror in here, making it very travel friendly. So that was the MAR palette. And then here is the Sol palette. This one's more of like an orangey coral theme. So here are the eyeshadows. Very, very pretty. I love the color scheme and the theme. Yeah, so those are the two palettes I'm going to be trying on today. I'm going to go ahead and try to use a mix of both so I can create one look for you guys. Alright, so I do already have my foundation on, and I always have concealer, and I set it with translucent powder even on my eyelid. I don't really go in with a base, so that's pretty much it. I don't use a primer on my eyelids. I just go in with a concealer and some translucent powder. So it looks like the Sol palette has four mattes, and then the rest are shimmers. So 4 mattes, 5 shimmers. And then the MAR palette has 3 mattes and 6 shimmers, so much more shimmers in the blue palette. So here is a side-by-side comparison of both the palettes. Here the blue one is the MAR palette, and the orangey pinky one is the Sol palette. If you can't tell on camera, Colourpop's eyeshadow palettes are always like their actual individual eyeshadows are much smaller than your typical eyeshadows. But for $12 for 9 shadows, that's honestly not bad at all. So, and honestly, I never go through all of my eyeshadows. Alright, so I'm going to use my Luxie 205 Tipper blending. I'm going to go in with the Sol palette first, and I'm going to go in with the shade New Digs, which is this matte cream shade right here. And I'm going to use the mirror because look how big that is, guys. Like, that's such a good size mirror, and I think it's perfect for traveling. Now I can see already right off the bat that with this eyeshadow palette, the Sol one, I wish that there was actually more pinks or more corals. The next shade I'm picking up is this one right here. It's a little bit deeper and it's a little bit warmer, called Dynamite. With the same exact brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and build that up. I'm gonna also go into O. I think that's what it is. O. So it's O, and that is the brightest pink corally shade in the palette. And I'm just gonna put that, kind of create a halo. Ooh. Very, very pretty. I'm just gonna drag it a little bit higher, and I'm just gonna pull it a little bit out. Next, I'm picking up this shade right here. It's like a bronzy, kind of like golden shade, and this one is called Floaties. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on a flat brush, and I'm gonna just put that right in the middle, just to have that pop of color. I'm picking up the shade Motel, which is the shimmer, like bright pink in the palette, and I'm just gonna place that right on the right on the sides of where I had placed Floaties, that golden shade in the middle, just to help it have like a transition. pick up my Luxie 231 Small Tapered Blending, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the brownish shade called Unwind right here, and kind of just deepen the outside. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it that I'm going to do for the top, and I do see that there was some fallout. Next, I'm moving over to the MAR palette, which is the blue palette. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the shade Sorbet, this matte brown shade, and this one looks obviously a little bit more cool toned. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that underneath my entire lower lash line. I'm picking up this deep like royal blue. This is called Detour, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on my lower lash line. Next, I'm picking up the shade Gridlock. So Gridlock is more of a shimmer shade. Definitely really beautiful. And I'm picking it up with my Morphe M508. And I'm just going to place that on the inner third of my lower lash line. So I'm going to pick up like this minty green, mint blue. I don't know if it's like a true green or blue. It looks more green to me. So is it blue or is it green, guys? You guys tell me. The shade called a Highway, and it's also a shimmer shade, but I'm gonna just put that right on my lower lash line. Next, I'm picking up El Rey, which is this shimmer kind of cream shade right here, and I'm gonna just place that right at the inner corner. Alright guys, so that's it for my eye look using both the SOL and the MAR palettes. I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my eye and my face makeup, and then I'll come back to give you guys my final first impressions and thoughts on both of the palettes. Alright guys, I'm finally back. I feel like I had to go through like 1,000 different types of lipsticks, and I ended up with this one. If you're wondering, I did first go in with the pencil liner and used the NYX Suede matte lip liner in foiled again. This one's kind of like a neon-y like coral shade, and then I went over with the Wet n Wild Megalast liquid catsuit in the shade Coral Corruption, and this is what it came out to be, and I think it looks pretty good. It matches my eyelid, so it's kind of like a very monochromatic. I will say that these liquid catsuits from Wet n Wild are pretty sheer, especially the lighter shades, so you definitely have to keep going over again. But anyways, I know you guys are probably not curious about that, but just in case anyone wants to know what is my lip combo. So for my first impressions, final thoughts on the Colourpop Sol&MAR eyeshadow palettes, I think they're both really good. I love Colourpop, their pressed powder formula. I think it's very pigmented and very easy to blend out. Specifically with Sol, I wish that there was another matte, maybe like a bright orangey shade. So there's really no like bright orange. This middle shade right here is actually more coral, and I think it definitely pulls more pink on, and like that brighter coral, but it's more on the pinkish side on my eyes. I would like, instead of having these 4 shimmers, because 3 of the shimmers are all brown, these 3, they're all of a shade of brown, but I do like that it has a transition shade. And with the MAR palette, obviously I love blues. Once again, with those brown shimmers, there's too many brown shimmers. These two are almost identical. The top one's a little bit more golden. This one's a little bit more deep. But for me, shimmers typically, like for me that I use, I like to use lighter shimmers. I don't really care for deep shimmers, so I think they could have thrown this one. I would rather have liked like a mint green or mint blue or a lighter blue green like this shade, or a little bit deeper blue, so I can use as a transition, because these two blues are shimmers, so they're not really good for transition. Yes, you can use this brown one for transition, that's great, but I think I would have liked it if they had one more blue shade that was in between that would be lighter to be a good transition for that deep shade. So that's pretty much it. So I guess my only thing is that there's too many browns, or too many shimmer browns specifically in both palettes, that I would have traded out for more colors. This one I wish it would have had like a brighter orange, and the MAR one I wish would have had like a lighter transition matte shade. But for $12, I think it's pretty nice. I think Colourpop's doing a fantastic job upgrading their packaging. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this first impressions and try on. If you guys really liked this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Comment below if you guys will be picking up this palette. And if you have, let me know if you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.